Okay, going to take you through the John Deere 4200 high-level usage. This will give you a high-level idea of how to operate the machine, what the controls do, and stuff like that. So if you want to get more technical and more in-depth, I would recommend service manual or operator's manual, and you can download the operator's manual online and you will have a lot more knowledge than I'm going to give you here, but this should get you enough information to get you started. Okay, so hydrostatic, this is a hydrostatic John Deere. You've got your forward, you've got your reverse pedals, right? So those are forward and reverse. And then you got the brake, you got the parking brake. The way you use the parking brake is you push the brake down, you pull out on the parking brake and the brake stays down. On this side here, on the operator station, you've got the service or the selectable control valve. This is going to operate your front end loader. And if you have a snowblower, it would operate that as well. And this here is your transport lockout for the control valve. And this is your rate of drop knob for your 3-point hitch arm. So this is going to go either down faster or down slower when you lower the hitch accessory. And depending on the weight, you would want to go slower if it was heavier, or if it was lighter, you might want to go faster. And then this here is your differential lock. This is your 4-wheel drive. Bottom or down is 2-wheel, up is 4-wheel. This is your seat weight adjustment. So this could be adjusted for a person who's lighter or heavier. This is your seat forward and reverse slide. So you can go forward and backwards in the slide position of the seat. This one here has a mid PTO. So it's got the PTO 1 and PTO, it's got the PTO on, which is this guy here. You move it forward and it turns a PTO on in the back. That's a rear PTO, so forward. And then when that's on, you can pull up on this and you can put the mid PTO on as well. Now, I believe the way this works is that in order to get the mid PTO on, you also have to have the rear PTO engaged. So don't quote me on that, but if you try to pull up on the mid PTO and it does not work, try that second. Put the rear PTO on, leave it on, and then put the mid PTO on, and then see if the mid PTO starts. That's how you would do that. And then this is your 3-point hitch up and down, right? So up would be in the position it's in, and then you put it forward and it would drop, right? So that's that. So that would be pretty much everything on that side in the operating station. Obviously, this is the seatbelt. And you got your ignition obviously there. And the way the glow plugs work on the John Deere, you're gonna turn the switch once, you're gonna hold that in. Glow plugs come on. That's your glow plug light. See how it's coming on and turning off? I'm pushing that in and out. So that's how you do your glow plugs. You got your throttle here, up and down. You've got your hazards. You've got your lights and your high and low beam lights. Keep in mind that these lights are active with the key off, so you don't want to leave your lights on. You'll kill your battery. I don't know why they do that. I can only guess that that's done in case you want to leave the hazards on and the machine parked with the machine off for safety reasons. So just be aware of that. Many people leave these on and the lights on and it's bright sunshine and don't realize it, and the battery will be dead. On the steering wheel, you've got the adjustment, which is right there. You pull that out and the tilt will work on the steering wheel. You can tilt it lower, put it higher. You got your spinner knob for taking tight corners quick. And I believe that's pretty much it on this side. I can take you through the backhoe. The backhoe is gonna be up and down with the stabilizers with those 2 levers. You got your boom and you got your bucket control on that side. And the way you detach this, I'm not going to go in great detail, but the way you would detach this is you put your stabilizers down, the backhoe comes off, you put your stabilizers down, and then you're going to pull these 2 pins, and then you're going to pull the machine forward about 6 inches to a foot, and then you're going to pull the quick disconnects on the backhoe hydraulics. You're going to connect the bypass hose. So make sure you know what the bypass hose is. If you don't know, I would say stop right now and look it up, because without the bypass hose, you're gonna damage the hydraulics in the machine. Bypass hose will let the hydraulics that are connected to the backhoe complete a loop and return back to the machine so that the fluid goes back into the machine, right? So very important, make sure your bypass hose is connected, and then you pull the machine forward and you're done, right? So that's a quick overview on that. You're also going to want to put the bucket down like a tripod position on the backhoe. That would be a high level on that. So again, if you want more detail, go into the operator's manual for the backhoe on that one. The loader I'm not going to cover. Nobody really takes that off, but it is very, very quick and easy on these. You can take it off, but I just don't usually cover that because it's not normal to take that off. This side here, you've got your cruise control. So the way this works is push the pedal forward and then push this down. The pedal stays forward at that speed. And this is your blinkers left and right on this. This here is also the braking, believe it or not. There's two sets of brakes, one on each side. This one you can do independently, and you can just control the left side, you can control the right side. You can do that to turn faster if you're turning in one way or the other. And let's see, you've got your range selector. You've got C, B, N, and A. I believe the fastest one is C and the slowest is A. Don't quote me on that, but that's what I believe. That's how it works, I believe. And usually people have it in B. B is the most common range to be in because you can load with it, and it's pretty quick to get to your destination, and it's not geared too low, not geared too high. If it's geared too high in C, you're not going to be able to load with it because it's going to bog down the machine. If it's too low, like in A, you'll load and then you'll have to travel really slow to where you're going with the material. So B is usually where people keep that. I believe that's pretty much it from a high level on this. And if you're going to take off the bucket, there's a couple pins, one on each side. You pull the pins, you tilt the bucket out, you tilt the bucket or the loader out, and the bucket will stay on the ground, and then you can reattach something else. That is pretty much a high level on this. If you have any further questions on how to operate these, just reach out to me on my channel. Hopefully this is helpful, and this is going to help you, figure out how to use the machine.